Hey guys, it's Megan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, it is February 14th, Valentine's Day 2020, and I have not made a YouTube video since Thanksgiving. I can't believe it. I look back to a year ago in February of 2019 and I was making videos here and there and everywhere, and I've just gotten so out of my rhythm and I just can't get back on. It's so frustrating, but I just want to let you guys know that I have a new Instagram page that's dedicated to alcohol recovery as well as mental health recovery for bipolar type 1 disorder and PTSD. That Instagram is called The Mind Bar, so I will link it below. So hopefully you guys out there can follow me on Instagram, and I have been making IGTV videos, and I don't edit those at all, which is so nice because sometimes it's just daunting to do a YouTube video and then have to edit it and make the thumbnail, and it's just a lot of steps. And don't get me wrong, it is a lot of fun, but I don't know what my mental block is with YouTube. But my girls, the McKnight twins, they always inspire me, and I love their YouTube videos, and every time I see them post a video, I'm like, fuck, I need to make a video, you know? So I have a goal for 2020 to not be about lip service and to just don't talk about it, be about it. So here I am making a video, and I just want to give you guys a life update on what I've been going through since Thanksgiving, my last video. So life has been going really well. I've been feeling pretty good for the most part. I have had some difficult things go on. On December 19th, I got into a car accident. I was rear-ended at a light on the way to my CrossFit gym, and that totally sucked. I had bad whiplash, and I've been doing physical therapy and massage, which has been really nice, and the other girl's insurance company covers all that, so that's been lovely. And I've really been working on my posture and using my core more, so it's been for the better, but you guys wouldn't even believe it. So that was December 19th that I got rear-ended, and then on January 3rd, that was the first date that I was going to get a massage for the first car accident. And I was on my way to Seattle to go get my massage. I was at a red light on Highway 99, and I got rear-ended again. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? 2 car accidents in less than a couple of weeks, and neither of them were my fault. They were both rear-ended. And it's just ridiculous. I couldn't even believe it. I've never been in a car accident that I can recall, let alone 2 back to back. It was just crazy. And then, so in early January, I had an appointment with my psychic medium, and I've been seeing her for years, and she's super on point. I know people think that that's woo-woo or don't believe in it or whatever, but I have a good relationship with her, and she's called out some pretty amazing shit in my life. And I had a good reading with her. I'm at peace about a couple of topics in my life that stress me out, which is one of the main ones is when I'm gonna get pregnant and have a baby. It's very obvious that I have fertility issues. I haven't been on birth control for years and been trying to get pregnant, and it hasn't happened. But I do believe in God, and I know God has a plan, the universe has a plan, and everything does happen for a reason. But it was really strange because when I had this appointment with her, we talked about me having a baby, and she says that I am going to have a baby, and I believe I'm going to have a baby. I know it's all going to work out, and I don't bring this up because I need advice from people. I actually hesitate to talk about getting pregnant and having a baby because I don't want people giving me their 2 cents or their advice. I'm good, I'm cool. It actually stresses me out when people do that kind of shit because it makes me feel inferior and dumb, I don't know how to figure shit out for myself. So if anyone tries to tell me anything about getting pregnant, I'm just not interested. So there's that. I'm gonna put that out there. But basically, my psychic medium was just be open to how a baby comes into your life. And I was just kind of like, what the fuck is she talking about? Like, because my husband and I, we don't want to adopt. That's not really in our cards of what we want. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's like never say never. I think adoption is a beautiful process, but like I really desire and long to like be pregnant and like carry my own child. And so anyways, she kept saying this and whatever. And so fast forward a couple of weeks, and it was the weekend that sadly Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash. And like that whole thing really made me depressed and like really shook me up, as I know it did to the whole world. That is just so terrible and so sad, and just really makes your life like flash before your eyes and realize that life is short and that we need to cherish every minute and every second that we spend with our loved ones. But anyways, the very next day, my younger sister, who's 5 years younger than me, told me that she is pregnant, and it was an unexpected, unplanned pregnancy. It's with her boyfriend that she's been seeing for a few months, and they are over the moon, so excited, and I'm so excited to be an aunt. I honestly cannot wait. I'm so happy for my sister. I genuinely am. But as anyone could imagine, as someone who's 33 years old and been wanting to get pregnant and everything for a couple of several years at this point. I mean, I think I stopped taking birth control when I was 28, and I'm 33 now. So, and then to have your younger sister tell you that she's pregnant and it's unplanned and unexpected, I wouldn't say that the word jealous comes to mind, but maybe envious, maybe kind of like it just, you know, it's hard when other people get pregnant, because in my brain it makes me feel maybe a little bit inferior, like I'm less of a woman, because like I just feel like there's something wrong with me. It's really hard to explain, but anyhow, I've been able to overcome that, and I'm just seriously so excited to be an aunt. I can't wait to watch my sister be a mom. I know she's gonna be an absolutely incredible mom, and I know her baby is gonna be so freaking cute, because her boyfriend is super handsome and he's from Mexico, and I just like, I'm super excited. So there's that life update. So anyhow, I do have an appointment coming up soon with a fertility doctor, and my husband and I aren't planning on, you know, jumping the gun with any sort of like treatments. I just, you know, it's gonna be starting that relationship. And again, like, I'm putting this out there publicly, but I will shut it down if anyone in my real life tries to like give me advice or like say, you know, I don't want advice. I don't really, if anyone wants to support me in this, I just like don't really want anyone's opinion or advice, just like listen and support kind of a thing. So there's that. I just think in this world, people don't really put private things like that out there because they just don't want to hear it from other people, and I completely understand that, and that's honestly why I don't talk about it that much. So anyways, that happened. And then what just happened 2 nights ago, so something excited is I got elected to be on the NAMI Snohomish County Board, which NAMI is the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So I'm on the board in my county to plan fundraisers and events for mental health awareness. I got certified in January to teach mental health curriculum to middle school and high school students. So I'm so excited about that. I can't wait to get going and going to schools in my county and talking to kids about my having bipolar disorder, and hopefully opening the line of communication for people to feel comfortable talking about their perhaps depression, anxiety, things that they're going through, so that they can get help sooner than later, so that things don't spiral out of control like it did for me, and I didn't get diagnosed till I was 30. Like, the goal is that people will get diagnosed and treated younger, so that they don't have as severe of an episode as like what I had to go through. So I'm really pumped about that, but oh my gosh, it was so scary. So 2 nights ago, we had a board meeting in downtown Everett, which Everett is a city north of Seattle, about 30 minutes. And so anyways, parts of Everett are really sketchy, just like parts of any city are really sketchy, but we have our board meetings at the PUD building in downtown Everett, where the president of NAMI, Snohomish County, he works there. So he rents out a conference room, and that's where we do all of our monthly meetings. And so anyways, after the meeting, one of the gals, who's another board member, had asked me to go with her to her car to get like a tablecloth and some other like flyers and business cards and stuff for this mental health youth event that's coming up. And it was like, so you walk out the front doors and then you go to the right and around the corner to her car where it was parked. And then my car was parked out to the left, like pretty far down. But it was like, normally I would walk to my car and then drive to her car, but the street was like blocked off. And it was just kind of like, okay, fuck it. Like, I'll just like take one for the team. I do CrossFit. I can carry heavy shit and I'll just walk. So I walked with her to her car. I grabbed all the stuff. You know, I have my water bottle, my purse, my phone, like and like armfuls of all this shit that I'm trying to carry to my car. So I walk around the corner, I go past like the main entrance, and the secretary and the president of the Snohomish County Board are standing outside the front doors like chit-chatting. And so I walked past them and we kind of like chuckled about how I was like carrying a bunch of shit, and they asked me if I needed help, and I was like, no, I'm good, like have a good night guys, like see you next time, whatever. So I'm walking to my car. And I remember like during the meeting, I had subconsciously, when the gal talked about me going to her car, I was like, oh, I'll just put that stuff in the trunk of my car because the youth fair isn't for a couple of weeks. I think it's February 27th. And so anyhow, subconsciously, for whatever reason, I'm walking to my car and I go to the front seat to like put all the stuff in the front seat. I don't know why I did that, but thank God I did. Because as I unlock the door and like put my shit in the front seat, I look up and like across the street, there's all these parallel parked cars like in a row. And then it like drops off and there's like wide open sidewalk. So I look up and there's this man that kind of comes out of the shadows and is like walking on the sidewalk behind the parallel parked cars. But I can like, he's directly across the street from me. And so I can see him. And it was really strange because he like, we made eye contact and he like shouted at me like, hey miss, what are you doing tonight? Like, but very like loud and kind of aggressive, not like polite and courteous, just very like boisterous and loud. And like, he didn't seem drunk. He didn't seem like he was on drugs. It was just like very intense voice. And I kind of froze because I was just like, what the fuck? Like, and I just kind of stared at him and he just kept walking. And then he walked around the last parallel parked car where it was open connection right to me in my car. And he started like darting at me, like not running, but like speed walking really fast towards me. And in that moment, I just like went into fight or flight, and I'm like, oh my God, like this guy is going to like attack me, kidnap me, rape me, steal my purse. Like I didn't know what the fuck he was gonna do. So I screamed at the top of my lungs the name Keith, because Keith is the president and I knew him and Jill, the secretary, were still standing outside the front doors, but they're like half a football field away from me. And like, if they weren't still outside chit-chatting and like had already gone to their cars, like there would have been literally nobody outside. I would have been completely by myself. And so I screamed at the top of my lungs. And I was sandwiched between my passenger side of my car and like another car parked by me. And so he didn't get to me because, like I said, he was coming across the street and my car was like diagonally parked. So he was like darting at me like towards my driver's side. But like he could have like sped walked around and like grabbed me. Like, I mean, if he really wanted to like get me, like he could have for sure. And so anyways, I screamed at the top of my lungs. And for whatever reason, me screaming made him stop dead in his tracks and just turn around and walk the other way. Like, and then as he's walking the other way, I like go out to the sidewalk and like I can see them still standing outside, the president and the secretary. And I'm like, help, I'm like, this guy's scaring me. And then the guy kept walking and I heard him yell, my name's Curtis or something like that. He said his name was Curtis. And anyways, I'm like shaking and like freaking the fuck out. I like get in my car, lock the doors. I like drive down there because like I'm afraid that maybe he's gonna do something to them. Like, I don't know. And so anyways, Jill, the secretary, kind of walked up to my window and she was just like, are you okay? And I was just like, oh my God, like I was so scared. And I was like, what did he say to you? And I mean, I kind of like blacked out, to be honest. Like, it was literally one of the scariest moments I've ever had in my life. You know, I watch a lot of Netflix, I watch a lot of crime documentaries, I watch a lot of Dr. Phil. You know, you hear about these stories where girls like go missing, like just go missing. And a couple days ago, that was very real to me, how something like that could happen. So I'm so grateful for the fact that I'm okay. And, you know, I called my mom and like, I was really shaken up like all the rest of that night and all day yesterday. Like, I feel a lot better today. But yesterday, like I slept all day. I felt really like depressed and in a dark place. You know, I have also been diagnosed with PTSD. So, where the PUD building is in downtown Everett, that's a lot of the same area that I was when I was manic in 2017. Just like I would walk around by myself all night, like drinking, you know, meeting bums on the street and hanging out with them. I mean, that's what I did when I was manic. And so like I started having really bad flashbacks of like that time and everything like that. But like, the good news is that I'm sober now, and I feel like because I'm sober, because I work out, and because I take my medication, I'm able to overcome these like struggles that I have, like the flashbacks, the PTSD, the intrusive thoughts, the you know, all those sorts of things. So, you know, I have been through kind of a lot in the last couple of months, but the good news is that I'm resilient and I'm, you know, pressing forward, and I'm not going to let these things in life that I can't control hold me back and like make me a bitter, unhappy person. So anyways, I'm excited to be making this YouTube video. It has been so long since I've been on here and doing this, but this is nice and therapeutic, just like getting it out there. And I do miss YouTube, and I am gonna do my best to make more videos. But if I don't, like, I am making a ton of IGTV videos. I'm on Instagram all the time. I've just been really enjoying making videos that I don't edit. You know, I'm thinking, fuck it, I don't even think I'm gonna edit this shit, because I just like don't care. I don't know, editing videos is a lot of work, and although it is kind of fun sometimes, and I'm not saying I'm never gonna do it again, I'm kind of enjoying just freeballing it and going with the flow, and just, you know, if I make a mistake or whatever, oh well, like, I don't really care. So anyways, I appreciate you guys listening to my life update. And again, head to my Instagram page. I will link it below, and on there I do questions and answers, answering questions about depression, bipolar disorder, manic episodes, drinking, all sorts of stuff like that. So again, thank you for watching this video, and thank you for supporting my channel even though I'm not on here all the time. I really appreciate and love you guys. I'm so grateful to just be on social media speaking my truth. It's super therapeutic for me. It really helps me feel better to just put my truth out there. Like, no matter who watches my videos or who doesn't, I don't do this for anybody else. I do it for myself because it makes me feel good. And yeah, that's all that matters, is that we love ourselves and accept ourselves for who we are. And yeah, that's like, I think the most important thing in life is just being our authentic, true selves, being genuine, speaking our truth, not being ashamed of who we are. And that's where it's at. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. And don't forget to go to my Instagram page. Bye guys.